Guys, it's time to get hyped. Mavuika's release is just around the corner, and if you're like me, you want to be fully prepared to enjoy her the moment her banner drops. In today's video, I'll cover everything you need to know, from the artifacts you should start farming right now to all the Ascension and talent materials required to max her out. Oh, and before we dive in, if you're looking to save up to 11% on Chasca or Linny banners, or even Genesis crystals, check out ldshop.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description. Let's jump in. First up, let's talk artifacts. There isn't a new domain coming in version 5.3, which means you can get a head start on farming the best sets for Mavuika. Depending on how you plan to use her, the choice of artifacts will differ. For a support role, the Cinder City set is your go-to. This set enhances her utility, making her an incredible team player, especially if you're pairing her with heavy hitters like Nuvalet or Linny. But maybe you're eyeing Mavuika as your on-field DPS. In that case, the Obsidian Codex set is the better choice. It'll significantly boost her damage output. And for those who prefer running Mavuika as an off-field sub-DPS, you might want to consider the Golden Troop set. It's not as optimal as the other two, but it's still a great alternative for off-field damage builds. When it comes to main stats, aim for ATK% on the Sands, ATK% on the Goblet, and either crit rate or crit damage on the Circlet, depending on your crit ratio. Her kit and the 4-piece effect of Cinder City already give her plenty of damage bonuses, so stacking ATK might yield better results in the long run. For substats, prioritize ATK%, crit rate, crit damage, and elemental mastery. Avoid energy recharge. It's about as useful to her as crit stats are to Kokomi, which is to say not at all. Now, let's break down the full list of materials you'll need to ascend Mavuika and max out her talents. Don't worry, I'll make this as clear as possible so you can start preparing right away. Ascension gems. You'll need Agnatus Agate in the following amounts. These are dropped by pyro-based bosses like the Pyro Regis Vine and Pyro Hypostasis. Weekly bosses that drop pyro materials are also viable sources. A local specialty. Collect 168 Withering Perp Bloom, a flower native to the natlan region of Natlan. These blooms are scattered throughout the area, so having an efficient farming route will save you a lot of time. Enemy drops. Mavuika's required enemy materials come from Soren tribal warriors. 96 warriors metal whistles. 129 Soren-crowned warriors golden whistles. These enemies are spread across Natlan. Use your adventurer's handbook to locate them quickly. Boss materials. For Ascension, Mavuika requires 46 Gold-Inscribed Secret Source Cores, which are dropped by the Secret Source Automaton boss located underground in the Toke Springs region of Natlan. Talent materials. Mavuika's talents require Books of Contention. These can be farmed in the Blazing Ruins domain on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Additionally, you'll need 3 Crowns of Insight to max her talents. These are rare and usually obtained through special events. Lastly, there's one material you can't pre-farm, her weekly boss drop. This item comes from a new boss introduced in version 5.3, so you'll need to wait until the update launches to collect it. Here's a quick summary of everything else you'll need. Around 2 million Mora, approximately for 21 heroes with EXP books. Speaking of farming, version 5.3 is packed with opportunities to double up on essential materials. 2 events will make this patch of farmer's paradise. 1. Overflowing Favor. During this event, using original resin will reward you with double the amount of artifacts from domains. That's right, double artifacts. The only downside is that it's limited to 3 daily attempts, which is honestly a bummer compared to games like Honkai Star Rail, where similar events are more frequent and have higher caps. 2. Abundant Overflow. This event doubles talent and weapon ascension materials from domains. Just like Overflowing Favor, it's capped at 3 attempts per day. If Hoyoverse decides to make these events a regular feature, it would be a game changer. Fingers crossed. On top of all this, version 5.3 marks the return of the Lantern Rite Festival, bringing with it new character skins for Hu Tao and Xiangling. Hu Tao's skin will be available for purchase at a discounted price of 1,350 Genesis crystals during the event, while Xiangling's outfit will be free as a reward for completing the main event. Just remember, if you don't claim it during the event, you'll need to buy it later. One of the most exciting QL changes in 5.3 is that world bosses will now respawn just 5 seconds after you claim their rewards. No more teleporting back and forth. Just defeat the boss, wait a few seconds, and you're good to go again. Mavuika is shaping up to be an incredible addition to Genshin Impact, and with the right preparation, you can make the most of her kit as soon as she's available. Whether you're farming artifacts, gathering materials, or taking advantage of version 5.3's events, there's plenty to keep you busy until her banner drops. So, what do you think of all these updates? Are you excited for Mavuika? How about the Lantern Rite skins or the farming events? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, we're celebrating our journey to 5,000 subscribers with a 5 Welcome Moon giveaway, thanks to LD Shop. Just register using the link in the description and comment your LD Shop ID, Genshin UID, and server for a chance to win. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay ahead of all things in Genshin. Thanks for watching, and may your pulls always be blessed with 5-star fortune. See you next time.